This is the Easy Motion Neo Jet, and it's kind of a hybrid of bikes that they've had for a while. They've got the Neo Cross, the Neo Street. These are bikes that are high step. The Cross actually had a front shock like this, and I suppose this is designed, it's a smaller frame size step through. It's kind of made for women. Although if you're a guy and you want to, easier mounting and maybe you're not as tall, this could be perfect for you as well. It uses all of the same drive systems as the rest of their bikes, so it's not toned down or anything like that. Now, but let me just jump into the bicycle parts on this bike, like what you're really getting. So it's got 30 speeds, and you've got trigger shifters here and here, left and right, which is nice. They kind of stay out of the way. 10-speed cassette. Shimano Diore. Component set, 3 in the front. So there's really a lot to choose from here, whether you're trying to climb or trying to go fast. The wheels are 700C diameter, which is more like a road bike. They're a little bit bigger for efficient coasting. So it's kind of designed for around town. It's like a city bike. And you've got some nice braisons here for mounting a rack if you wanted to, maybe something on the front, some fenders. It doesn't come with any of that stuff. There's no lights, there's no fenders, but you can add it, which is nice. And, these bikes are pretty well priced. The frames themselves are excellent. This actually, Easy Motion is a part of BH, which is a brand from Spain. They've been making bikes since 1909, so over 100 years. And they're kind of new on the scene of electric bikes in like 2012, 2013 time frame. And they came on strong with these bikes. And as I mentioned before, the drive system is shared across the different bikes, and that makes it really easy to get replacement parts. And frankly, I think they invested more in getting it right, building a system that works really well, because then they're shared across all the bikes. They worked out all the kinks. So before I get to that, I don't want to forget to mention this thing has hydraulic disc brakes, which is just excellent for stopping, front and rear. Works really well. You don't have to be real strong to pull these. You can use just one finger if you want to. And typically those are reserved for like mountain bikes and stuff, but it's neat to see them on this. It's certainly welcomed. And you've got these nice ergo grips. I already mentioned the trigger shifters. So the cockpit on this thing is just really, it's not intimidating. You got your information all right here, easy to access with your thumb. You got your shifters, all very nice. And then you've got a front shock that kind of smooths things out, because these tires, they're efficient, but they don't absorb as much shock. It's nice to have some suspension, and this has a lockout too. So if you're worried about bobbing, like climbing a hill, you can lock it out, and then you get that efficiency back. So just great stuff all around. It's an excellent bike for bike's sake, but when you get into drive system, that's where it really starts to shine. So this back here is a 350 watt geared hub motor, and being geared allows it to be a little bit smaller and lighter, but still give you some good torque and power. Now that's being powered by this nice 36 volt, 12 amp hour pack, which was introduced in 2014 to be a little bit larger. You're going to get decent range, especially if you're in pedal assist mode and you're kind of helping it along. But the motor actually uses a torque sensor, so when you're pedaling, it's really responsive. As soon as you start pedaling, it pushes back, and if you push harder, it gives you even more power. So that's really nice. Versus like Pedelec sensors, they're more like on, off, and those use a little sensor down here in the bottom bracket. So anyway, I'm kind of geeking out here. It's neat that they have such high-end stuff on their bikes. And then the computer, like the little LCD that you interact with, is up here. I love the fact that it matches the frame. It's also removable, which is super cool. Just works really well. And if you're parking this at a bike rack, it'd almost be hard to tell it was an electric bike without the display. No one's going to mess with it while you're gone. Pop that back on. We turn it on here, and you can see it tells you your speed, the battery capacity remaining right here, and then whatever mode of pedal assist you're in. So right now we're in sport, and it goes all the way up to boost mode. So boost, sport, standard, and eco, or nothing, right? And that's really cool, because you can conserve energy by being an eco, but you're not going to get as much power. Or you can go up, and I like to leave it on sport. It's pretty peppy. And then the other cool thing is it has like a twist throttle, so you can either use pedal assist or you can twist the throttle and use this more like a scooter. It's a really cool system. I'm going to leave it in pedal assist mode so that I can show you this and film it. You kind of listen for the motor. as soon as I start pedaling, you should be able to kind of hear it and give you some idea of what kind of boost you're going to get. Zipping right along. Woo! So, as with any electric bike, the idea is that you're going to get some support when you ride, and this bike definitely offers it. And I just love how balanced this bike is. From front to rear, the weight is distributed fairly evenly. It's kept low to the ground in the battery pack and the hub motor like that. It's a solid bike, so that's the EasyMotion Neo Jet step-through design. For more info on this and other electric bikes, I'll see you back at ElectricBikeReview.com.